dig some boxes out of the corner over there. I have a lot of boxes we're going through on new parts. So, looks like we jumped into airplane stuff, so we'll pull out airplane parts. Or at least what I think is airplane parts. I think this airplane, I think that's airplane. Not 100% sure. This, I think, is an airplane part. Would it come out of New Jersey? Yeah, I'm not sure where it's supposed to come from. So I'm thinking this is a Sportster case I ordered. It's about the right size. Alright, I got some bubble wrap. Big plastic bubble wrap. Okay. Like the slice of the motor. Oh, look at that Sportster cases. They packed those pretty damn nice. That's good packaging there, let me tell you. Look at that. That is packed really nice. That's a good job. I don't know what all this is for, but the rest of this is pretty nice. Okay, so this is an early 84, late 86 Evo Sportster 4-speed case. It's got the same turning as this one, 4-speed. So this just has an Evo motor deal to it. So the Ironhead motor has a lifter block that bolts in, and these motors have a lifter block that goes in too, but it's bigger. That's an Evo lifter instead of an Ironhead lifter. Okay, so let's see what's in here. Looks like they cut the studs off. So this has some broken off studs in it. Alright. Okay, so this here is the case. So this has big ass holes in it for big lifter blocks. It takes Evo lifters, so it takes this diameter lifter here, but it's an Ironhead motor. I mean a Sportster motor, not an Ironhead. So they cut these studs off. This had studs on it in the picture, but this one here was broken off, which is going to be a problem because I need this case. This case over here is junk. I don't need it. This one I do need. So this is going to make these hard to get out when they cut them off like that. So obviously the box is this much shorter when you cut those all off. So, oh well. So it's an 86 casting right there. No light, huh? Good light now. So there's your 86. If you ran this VIN number right here, it would tell you what year this was. I don't know what the number, how you figure that out. Parts books tell you. Here's the secret number under here. That's supposed to be on the inside. So that will be on the other side of the case too. Should be in here somewhere. Yep, right there. Should be the same number if they match. And there you go. So it's a standard 4-speed deal. So something I've never attempted to do. If you take a 4-speed trap door, will it fit? So this is the adapter for alternator motor. So this is an alternator motor. This is a generator trap door. They fit. Have to grind some clearance right there, but hole lines up. I don't think there's much difference in these things. I don't know if the offset's there between this and this height here though. I know the alternator, they had this stuck in here on top of that, and they had the alternator in there. They had this stupid looking clutch, but I bet you on this one you could probably put a regular Ironhead clutch setup in this tranny. You could probably put an Ironhead drive in this thing instead of this stupid Evo drive with the alternator and all that crap. Obviously there's no provision for a generator. But you can be like me, total loss. You don't have a generator in that one either. You get rid of that weak ass aluminum clutch basket, don't work for squat. So yeah, you could probably retrofit this. This is for where the plug goes through for the alternator, which obviously I don't care about. this here on the other side. Okay, so this takes an Evo cam cover. This is a 77, 78 cam cover, I'm pretty sure. It's an iron head cover. Yeah, I need more than one hand here. So, it's like a normal Harley, it bolts together. Let's see if any of the holes line up. And that has a hole in it. Yeah, case is the same. Can't see the holes. Let's see if I use. Yeah, these won't fit in there too big. Allens are too big to do that. Screwdrivers work. I got two more screwdrivers to use. Okay, that hole line up. Yep, that went in. That one went in. That one went in. That one. That one. That one. That one. Same bolt pattern. Alright, so you can use an iron head cam cover on there. Eliminate all that Evo crap. All bolts on. Typical Harley, they don't do a lot of changes. So bolt patterns are the same. Now it just comes down to oil galleries. Now the dowel pin appears to be a bigger diameter here than what goes in this cover. So I'm not sure what the deal that is right here. So let's see if that's actually different or it's just being stubborn. 312. .308. So you just have to not go out to 312. They had an oddball cam cover. It's 306 dowel pin, I think, on the early motors, 306, 308. So they went up to a standard 312 diameter, which is 5/16. So all you gotta do is ream it out to the bigger hole, and that goes on. No big deal. I know all the cams line up. I already know all that. I know they never change this. Even on this motor here, which is your late motor to the end, this goes up through the end of the last year. With 22s last year, these motors, or 23 this year to last year, I forget. But anyway, these this is the same center lines for all these holes here as this motor, as the iron head motor, and you go all the way back to the 45 cases, which are floating around here somewhere, which look like these, but that's a big twin. But the old flathead case, they have the same patterns too. It goes back to 1932. They didn't change anything, so I know that for a fact. So the only difference here is the oil gallery. The oil gallery is right here on this one. I'm not sure if that lines up with that hole there, but this is a slot in here actually. So see how this slot right in there? It's actually a slot right through there. So as long as it lines up with that, you're good. We already got the boss for the gasket. You can see the gasket's there. See, they got the same kind of boss right in there as this one. So you can put that cam cover on this motor. So theoretically, you can take this and drill this for a generator. You have to put the idler shaft in here, which would be right in here. But yeah, you can convert this motor to an iron head generator motor if you wanted to. Typical Harley. Everything's the same. Alright, but I'm not concerned about all that stuff. I'm more concerned about this case here. That was just for shits and giggles there. Alright, so this here, these lifter blocks. I think that's lifter blocks right there. Feels like it. So Let's see what's in the package. Lifter blocks. Is the broken set or the good set? I don't know which one I bought. Looks like I went for the good set, not the bad set. The broken set was half the price of the good set. For mock-up, I don't care if they're broken. If I'm going to use them, I care. Alright, so these are the lifter blocks that bolt in here. So I'm not sure which one's which. Are these marked or are they all the same? I don't think they're all the same. Yeah, there's leftist fronts and rears. Okay, so this one. Okay, we got 2 and 2. Okay, so which one's the So the bolt holes on the front side. So this is the front block. This is the oil gallery coming up through here. Here's the oil gallery. See, Ironheads had no oil gallery and they just had blocks. This here allows me to run through push rod oiling. For my airplane motor here, I need through push rod oiling to lubricate the rockers. Assuming that's how they did it, I'm not sure. But I don't really see much external oil except this hole right here, which I have not traced to see where it goes. But it went into the port, as I recall. Yeah, see, it goes into the exhaust port. So I'm pretty sure that's not an oil hole. It's probably a parameter. So there's no holes necessary for oil. So I'm assuming they lubricate through the push rods. So that's why I could not use an Ironhead case. I had to use an Evo case to do that. Okay, so now we got this mocked up. Now, what's the difference between this case and this case? And a 5-speed case. I don't have a 5-speed case. So the 5-speed case, they have big cutouts in the case right here, which I don't like. See how this has holes put right in here? The 5-speed case has big slots going through here, and they're all cut out on the inside. So it's got big hollow areas with no strength. This one here, at least there's some material in here, solid. So this is stronger. This one over here, it's all solid too. See, there's no slots or holes in it. You just have a little small hole on the end. So this one's actually more solid than this one here. This one has piston squirters in it for lubrication of your pistons, which is nice. This one does not. Now it doesn't mean I can't add them, because I already got oil galleries right here. Which means excuse me, which means I could put squirters in there. I just have to machine this stuff in here like that to fit in there to use them. So I can do something like that probably and convert this to be an internal oiler. I mean a piston squirter. But the big difference is this here is an off-center cam, and these should be on-center cams. So see how the lifters are pretty much on-center. This one's a little bit off, but this one's centered. This one here, these are off too. They're all off. Where's my scale at? So when you stick through here, see how it's off center? See, it's off center. Not as much, but it is off center. See, off center. Off center. These ones here are on center. Oh, I got lifters in the hole, I can't do that. But if you come down through the lifter block hole like that, you see that's pretty much on center. See, it puts it right about on center. So, different cams. Alright, so, and the big difference is over here, this damn thing. Okay, let's switch hands here so I can see better. Okay, we know that this motor here was 2 3/16 on center, as I recall. So, yeah. All right, let me get back to that in a minute. Okay, I want to check this here. Okay, I'll check it in the box. All right, we'll be back a second. Alright, we're back again. Okay, let's get back to my dimensions here. Okay, these should be around 2 3/16 here, as I recall. Hard to figure out exactly what we got looking at here. Whoop, put in video where I can see better. Yeah, 2167, that's 2188 is 3/16. So these are about 2 3/16. This one over here was a lot thinner. See how much thinner it is? This one's down about 1 7/8 or something, I think. Yeah, or 960 right now. It's 940. Depending on what you measure at. So yeah, we're just under 2 inch on this one. 950 or something, maybe 900. Probably not 950. 1.950. Okay, so this one's under 2 inch. This one's way over 2 inch. Okay, this motor over here. See, we're about 1.750. This motor over here, about wider. We're about 2 1/4, 2 300. In there all the way, but yeah, we're around 2.3 inches, give or take a little bit. Now, if you measure them actually in the block hole, I think they're less than that. Yeah, they're less than that here. See, you're actually in the lifter block hole. See, we're about 213.169 again, 2 3/16. So I thought they were around 2.2 or so. For some reason, these are measuring a bit wider when you put these in there, so maybe they're spreading out slightly. So yeah, if you look at this here, it looks like it's going off center. This one's going up straight. See, this one's skewing sideways a little bit. So this lifter's actually a little bit off center. It's off angle. So that's making it wider up here. So 2.3 now. 2 1/4, 2.3. I didn't know about that being different like that. That's different. So anyway, this motor here lines up pretty close to this motor. This motor here lines up pretty close with this motor. None of these line up with this motor, which is an Evo motor. The Evo lifter block does not line up at all, as you can tell. The shovel head lifter block in the Evo case, which makes the shovel head, lines up a lot better, but still not very good, but a lot closer. So this one here, what's nice about this is we got 4 individual cams. I can change the cam lobes at will on this motor. This motor here, I got to spend $1,500 for a special ground Andrews cam, plus shipping and everything. So it'll be $1,600 for a cam custom made for this motor. My cost. This one here, I can buy a set of Redshift cam lobes for $400, $450, and I'm good. So that's 1/3 the cost of that motor for the same application cam-wise. So because I can modify cams. So that's the difference. Now, if you have the cams made one piece, Andrews will charge same deal, $1,500 to make cams for this motor. They don't care what kind of motor they're making a cam. They're making a cam. They don't care if it's 1 cam, 2 cam, 4 cam, same price. So that's what we're doing. So that's why I like the Sportster motor. Plus the Sportster motor is more straight up and down, just like these motors are, so things line up a lot better. So that's now that we got a case that fits flat, I can take this cylinder and mock it up a little bit, see what I think of it. Right there. You can't run it this close, but it gives you a rough idea where things are at. You're actually going to have to offset this thing over a little ways to make it work. Probably not quite that far, but I got a stud that's dictating where I lay this thing in here at. Support. Okay. So now we got our airplane motor on here. And you can see how things line up a lot better. These are pretty much in line with each other. Alright, break time.